Well, it's the weekend and I'm back here at my Chesapeake hideaway, and as you can probably see from the base of two of the trees just over my shoulder here, we're going to lose, I think, a walnut and a poplar. They're just old and rotten and they've got to come down, but at least there are just literally hundreds more on the property here, and the team will replant again really soon. But you know, thinking about the loss of such a beautiful thing as this, a tree that doesn't grow again immediately, got me thinking about the two most common conversations I have with people about growing their businesses. And the first one is the discussion I have with them typically before they start implementing predictable success, whether working through us or doing it themselves. And it goes something like this: I really need this, but I'm just about to hire a senior executive and I want to get that sorted out first, or I'm about to lose a senior executive and I need to get through that, or we've just lost a big customer and I want to sort that out first, or we're just got a great new customer and I've really got to onboard them and get that done, or we're opening a new campus, or whatever. There's always something that means it's not the right time to do this. And the second most common conversation that I have is with the folks that I do work with. Again, whether they self-implement predictable success or work with me or one of our licensed practitioners, the team, the most common thing that they say after we have worked together is, I really wish I'd done this before we'd hired that new executive, or I really wish I'd put this in place before we got rid of that senior executive, or I wish we'd done this before we'd landed that big new customer. You get the idea. The point is that predictable success as an operating system to achieve not just growth, but to be able to scale, is so holistic. It touches everything in your organization. It gives you tools, tips, technology, and vocabulary that really impact everything you're doing. And that means there's never a good time to start. And that means there's always a perfect time to start. And that brings me back to the trees. The point is, if you wanted one of these wonderful trees right outside in your garden, well, the best time to plant the ones I'm looking at behind me here would have been about 12 years ago. And the second best time is to plant it right now. And that's the case with putting scalability in place for your organization. The one decision that's totally and completely under your control is when to get started. And I want to thoroughly encourage you to start right now. Now, this of course applies to anything. It's not just about growth and scalability. It's about whether you want to learn a new language, whether you want to lose some weight, whether you want to be a better parent, whatever it is, it applies. But it applies in spades to building scalability in your organization. So I just want to commend to you. Don't regret years from now not having great oak trees in your garden. Don't regret not starting the growth path for your organization.